At a barn sale here, just outside in their tent, they had some old YA books. One Christopher Pike, usually a Christopher Pike or R.L. Stine seems to be hidden in everyone's YA stack from their childhood. But there wasn't any more out there. There's another little horror one, though. A crate cluster haul of Goosebumps books here, mixed in with reprints and a few originals. Great deal for $2 for all. It's the movie novel from 2015, the children's movie adaptation of it. Another modern one, Be Careful What You Wish For. Modern cover. Nice, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. That's the sequel then.
There's always a ghost beach in there.
Yep, another modern printing of the Ghost Beach. Still has like a kind of older cover. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Another one I wish it was the original cover, but it's not. Vampire Breath. Another original but reprint cover. Nice, Deep Trouble with the blowfish head on. Original. Why I'm Afraid of Bees. Classic orange one. Then a few Michigan Chillers, which is the knockoff of R.L. Stine type children's horror. 2 Michigan Chillers. That one's the Poltergeist of Petoskey. I like it. Then there's these. Children's horror. The Man Who Was Poe. Going to do a seance with Edgar Allan Poe's. These ain't too good. But it was a lot of 7. Too modern for me. A lot of 7 for $2. Alright. Well, that garage sale ended up being a nice score. The Untold Legend of Batman. These are the DC Comics paperback novels of comics. Should be from the mid-80s, probably 86 or something. Because I have the bottom one. Then there's the Amazing Spider-Man one from Marvel. Look at that, Tor released that in the 80s. Batman the Doomsday Prophecy. Superpowers. Which was hardcore 80s. Then I got the Simpsons board game. He says it should be complete for a couple of bucks. Second to last garage sale, I got an old Ballantine copy of The Two Towers. J.R. Tolkien. Look at that. They had like the modern, like 80s one too. Of The Hobbit. But I don't have this version of the old. So another book that I got from the garage sale, it was 5 for $1. Books were $0.25 a piece or 5 for $1. So this is one of those coffee table style books. I'll give you a size comparison with the ballpoint pen there. From 1992, George Lucas, The Creative Impulse, Lucasfilm's first 20 years. So it's big and illustrative type. Wow, that's from the out of San Francisco. I got this from a garage sale too, locally here in Michigan. So it goes through Star Wars, American Graffiti, Indiana Jones, Howard the Duck, Great shot of the Emperor right there. So it's got the slip cover on here too. I'll show you the back. And this is a great illustration. Even got Willow in there. Extreme Mysteries. This is another YA novel. Turn of the Millennium. This is so late 90s. This is official X Games, ESPN, ESPN2. Look at that. Look at that ESPN2 logo, that old one. This is when extreme sports were super popular back then. BMX, Dave Mirra, Tony Hawk, and extreme. So it's a half-pipe fictional novel. And look at this embossed metallic refractor title of Extreme too. And sports were great back then before it was accepted into the... It took until 2021 Summer Olympics in Japan for skateboarding to crack into the Olympics after all these decades of popularity. And this is probably when it was at its peak, when Tony Hawk was out there. Other legends. So this is from Hyperion Books. It even gives a little description in the back here. And official copyright 1998. Now this is an old 60s Scholastic Book Service YA gothic type of horror, Mystery of the Haunted Pool. Fortunately, it's got the white Scotch tape on it. It's about a $10 to $15 book from Phyllis A. Whitney. And it's got another one down there. But it's very gothic style, and the back here's got these great pattern of leaves on it. You see how it picks up the aqua green? Because it's about a ship sinking, I believe, here. What is the secret of the old sea captain's mansion? Susan Price and her brother Adam unravel the clues to a century-old mystery and discover a fortune. Penguin Classics book here, The Cloud of Unknowing and Other Works. It's a 14th century medieval reprinting, historical translation. In the 14th century, there was a great flourishing of religious writing in English, both orthodox and heretical. Many of these works focused on Christ's humanity and passion, whereas The Cloud of Unknowing draws on radically different traditions to evoke an abstract, transcendent God beyond human understanding. It calls for intense contemplation, motivated by love and stripped of all thought, as the way to the divine. Yet the author's powerful, concrete language is deliberately at odds with this spiritual doctrine, making The Cloud a rich work of full, intriguing contradictions that speaks to us with liveliness and wit today. Other works from this include The Mystical Theology of Saint Denis, the Book of Privy Counseling, and the Epistle on Prayer. Now, taking a little closer look at Camp Haunted Hills from June 1988, How I Survived My Summer Vacation. This is a minstrel book, so another non-scholastic or point horror from the late 80s. It's about a movie summer camp that kids go to, run by a guy who's supposed to be the scariest horror director in Hollywood. A real Roger Corman type that is going to scare the pants off of kids with his special effects, it seems. Or it might be a real ghost, that's what it teases on the back.